There's a few things that I need you to pay attention to when you actually close on your house. We talk a lot online about steps to get you prepared for your house, ways to negotiate and get a better deal when you're actually putting in an offer on a house. But no one tells you what the to do when you actually close on a house. So we got 3 things that I want you to make sure that you never ever skip after you close on your house, whether this is your first house or your second house. Even if it's an investment property, you're gonna wanna do these 3 things to make sure that you're covered and saving a little bit of money. My name is Stephen Harris. I am a dual licensed real estate broker and mortgage lender. All I do all day is help people make good decisions about homes. If you want some help making a good decision for a home that you might be purchasing, feel free to reach out. All the contact info is in the description. Okay, the first thing that I want you to do, it's something that can save you some money in the short term and the long run, okay? And that is change your tax status. Here in Texas, we have what's called homestead exemption, and that just protects your house from creditors coming to take it, as well as caps the amount for which your property taxes can be raised every year. The third benefit is gives you a little bit of a discount, especially depending on your status. So if you're 65 or older, if you're a disabled veteran, things like that will go towards helping minimize the amount that you have to pay every year in taxes. But a lot of people don't know this. And you can go and change this as soon as you get your closing papers. The one thing you're gonna need to do is change your driver's license over to the new address. Unless you're active duty military, then you're good to go. Another thing on this is don't let anyone convince you to pay for them to register you for homestead. You're gonna get a lot of letters in the mail whenever you close on that house. You don't need to pay someone to register for you for your homestead or change your tax status. All you have to do is go online. So just Google your county and homestead exemption, just like you see there. And you're gonna go to the tax appraisal district website, which is usually called the CAD. So usually it's gonna be your county and CAD. Mine is Bell CAD. And as you can see, there's a few links here that I clicked on, but here's one that just says forms and it has the homestead exemption form. This is all you're gonna need. First, you go here, but you have to make sure that you either sign in and register, but then you'll hit residence homestead exemption form. And this is the document that you're gonna need. Everything can be uploaded here and sent straight to the tax appraiser's office. Once you're signed in and you fill out all of this, you will have the option to hit submit when you're finished, and then you're done. Review and submit right here. Since I'm not signed in, it's not lit up, but when you are signed in, that will be lit up for you. So you fill out the document and hit review and submit, right? You can go online, you can do it. You can do it really, really easily. And here in Texas, there was a window of time when you could do it. It was from like January to April. You could only do it within those 4 months. Well, they've expanded that. So you can do it anytime throughout the year. That way you don't forget. As soon as you close your house, go get your license address changed if you need to, and then file for that homestead exemption. That way, the next year, you'll save, I think it's between 10 and 15% on the amount of taxes that you pay just because it's your homestead. Everything's expensive enough these days, so at least we can do is pay a little bit less taxes. And if we can do that by just changing our tax status with the county, then doesn't make any sense why we wouldn't. And unless you just don't know, which is the point of this video. I want to make sure you know, okay? So change your tax status. So the next thing that I want you to do, it might seem so simple, like you already know to do this, but a lot of people forget. And that is change the locks. Change the locks and change the combo, right? So if you got one of those smart locks that comes with a little pin, then you're gonna wanna make sure you get the pin from the seller, hopefully before you close so that you know you have it. And then you can go in and reprogram it. You can use the old pin to reprogram. Me personally, I'm taking the whole thing off. I'm taking the whole thing off and putting my own thing on there and my own locks there. And also, if you get the keys from the seller at closing, don't think that those keys that you have are the only keys to that lock, okay? You're gonna wanna change those locks the second you get those keys and you get the paper that says you own the house. Why? You just don't know who has keys to that place. Some home warranty companies will change those locks for you absolutely free if you sign up with them. So if you have a home warranty in your kind of closing package, you want to see if that's something that they offer. But it's something that's really easy to forget, and it's not very expensive, and peace of mind is priceless. So making sure that you are changing those locks. And then a little bonus tip here is pull the for sale sign out of the yard, and also make sure that the little real estate lockbox, make sure that's gone too. You don't want any random real estate agents coming into your house, and you don't want people to think that the home is vacant. You want to get those things out of the yard as soon as possible just to help secure your situation. Like I said, this seems like a no-brainer, but you would be amazed at how many clients don't do this. So first thing I want you to do is change those locks. Okay, this next one is a little bit of a doozy. Don't be mad at me, okay? But 80% of home buyers over the past couple of years have said that they regret buying the house that they live in. And most of those buyers regret it because they were not ready for the amount of money that you're going to have to spend on maintenance. So I want you to create a maintenance fund. As soon as you close on that house, then something's going to go wrong. So we're going to go into our new house thinking this is a house, there's a lot of components, something is highly likely to break. Even if I have a new construction, I'm gonna start my maintenance fund, right? You already spent a bunch of money on your down payment, your closing costs, probably new furniture, all the things that come with having a new home, but let us not forget to start setting aside a little bit of money every couple weeks, every month for our maintenance fund. And what is a good number? Well, I would say about 1% of the price of the house, just as a rule of thumb. So if it's a $500,000 house, put $5,000 to the side. Why? More expensive homes typically have more expensive components. Older homes usually have less expensive components, right? So if it's an older home and it costs a little bit less, then you're gonna need a little bit less. But you're gonna wanna make sure that you have that maintenance fund already started, already accumulating and set to the side. That way, if something happens and goes wrong, it doesn't knock you all the way off of your axis. And you're not filing an insurance claim if you don't need to. Because if you file your insurance, they're gonna go up on your insurance premium. And we already pay enough in bills. We don't need those headaches as well. So create that maintenance fund every 2 weeks, take a percentage of your check and try to accumulate at least 1% of the price of the house. If you're moving into a house where you know that there's work that needs to be done, I want you to go ahead and create a priority list. As soon as you close, start on that priority list, all right? And you want to work on repairs first. So things that are deficient and don't work, you start there. Then you move up to the upgrades and the small DIY projects and things that you can do yourself. And then you'll move up to your major upgrades. What I see happen so often is when people buy a home, they are saying that, yeah, I'm going to get this fixed and I'm going to get this done. And then they get overwhelmed with everything that's going on with transitioning to a new home and the new cost of living that they've incurred, that they will either forget about these things or let them lapse, let them get worse. So you're going to go ahead and write your little list down now and start to prioritize the repairs. Know that you don't have to get it all done as soon as you move into the house. If you're going to be there for 10 years, then you've got 10 years to work on these things. Do it bit by bit, piece by piece. Start with repairs and then work your way up to the upgrades. You don't want to have a brand new pergola out back when your garbage disposal doesn't work, all right? I've actually created a first-time homebuyer course that will be down in the description if you want to check that out and really get an in-depth knowledge in what to do when going into buying your first home or your second home. It's meant to act as a companion with you throughout your process. And so you can have me in your ear the whole way, giving you a heads up on what you need to expect. So that's in the description. If you're buying a house anywhere in the state of Texas, I would love to hear about your real estate goals. Shoot me a message and let's talk. I appreciate you spending a little bit of time here. There's another video right over there that you can go and watch. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you on the next one. Peace.